Oh, hey folks, it's me, Aubby, and today's the big day, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. We've been waiting so long for this, and now it's finally happening. I can't wait to see what kind of games they're going to announce, what themes the Switch 2 is going to have, and a $60 Mario Kart! The least expensive thing in that Direct was survival kids. The Nintendo Switch 2, finally, something more controversial than the f***ing Alarmo. These past few months, Nintendo has been doing a really bad job marketing the Switch 2. I mean, I'm buying it today, but still. What the f*** happened to my room? On January 16th, 2025, we got our first look at the brand new console, and oh boy, was it a beauty. Starting the trailer off, the console itself morphing with a bunch of upgrades like a new USB-C port above the console, and hey, that's bad for your back, be careful doing that. The Joy-Cons get bigger, both getting a coat of paint in red and blue, and the right Joy-Con getting a mysterious new button below the home button. Hey, the left Joy-Con even moves the joystick around, that must mean they finally fixed the drifting issue, son of a bitch. They can't keep getting away with this! The Joy-Cons then slide across the floor to symbolize mouse capabilities, and then we see it. The letter 2. I'm sure everyone in New York pissed themselves when they saw that. And to top things off, we get hit with a brand new Mario Kart just completely out of the blue. Oh boy, I hope they have Sonic in it! God damn it. That reveal trailer, man. January 16th was probably the biggest day to be a Nintendo fan. It had almost everything we wanted out of a console, without saying a word. Now let's go to the worst day to be a Nintendo fan. When the White Boys from Ohio organization gives your Nintendo Direct a 4 out of 10, you know you fucked up big time. This was supposed to be the big Nintendo Direct that revealed everything we needed to know about the Switch 2, and it did almost everything right. An open world Mario Kart, a $10 tech demo, and that mysterious button was revealed to be a voice chat feature. And not to mention a new From Software exclusive, Hyrule Warriors, Kirby Air Riders. This was the definition of the best Nintendo Direct ever. They didn't reveal the price of anything till like an hour after the Direct. Absolutely nothing price-wise was revealed in this presentation. Nothing! The first Nintendo Switch presentation laid it out in plain sight. $300 MSRP. Talked about the countries the console was launching in and gave the audience the incentive to save up enough money to prepare for the launch. With the Switch 2, I had to look on Twitter right after the Direct and got bombarded with false information. The Chula Amiibo is $400? The Switch 2 is $450, $500 with the Mario Kart bundle. Probably the safest bet Nintendo's ever taken, considering Mario Kart is considered to be their top franchise. It's no surprise they want to capitalize on that Mario Kart craze with it bundled into their new home console. It's also a really safe bet considering the game's standalone price is $80. That's actually an insane price to put Mario Kart at. Consumers were just getting used to paying $70 for video games now. Nintendo pulling a fast one on us and making Mario Kart that high is bonkers. Doug Bowser was even recently asked in an interview about why the price of Mario Kart World was that steep, and well, it doesn't get any better. Doug Bowser stated, "What you see right there is variable pricing. We'll look at each game, really look at the development that's gone into the game. There's many more that go into consideration about what is the right price point for the game. So I think you can anticipate that there will be variable pricing, and we haven't set a benchmark." Well, consider me sold! I feel like Nintendo could say literally anything about the Switch 2 that would garner bad publicity and they'll still sell another 2 million units. Oh, the Switch 2 has variable pricing in the UI depending on how long you're on the system. Bam! Already on track to outselling the PlayStation 2. Nintendo obviously did not want this console to face another Wii U situation. They tried to avoid every measure possible so the console didn't flop and put the company at risk again. But the way the company has handled the console in terms of the pricing and other forms of sneaky tactics sort of made a lot of consumers confused with misinformation from other sources without Nintendo really clarifying anything. But pre-orders start on April 9th, and I've been saving every single penny I've earned in this Sonic Movie 3 popcorn bucket. Pre-orders got delayed. Damn it. So, while we wait for the pre-orders to go live, Nintendo also announced a Mario Kart World Direct happening on April 17th, which should hopefully ease some doubts about the $80 price point for the game. Oh, maybe they'll announce new huge features that were previously impossible in older games, or maybe they'll finally add Geno and Mallow into the game. It's almost time. The Mario Kart World Direct is finally here. I can't wait to see. There was absolutely nothing substantial about this Direct. If you watched the Nintendo Treehouse live portion of the game, assuming you weren't there to spam drop the price, then you would have seen everything this Direct had to offer. The only new things they showed off was a rewind feature, a jump button, and the Wii U balloon battles were back. Yeah! But yeah, if you watched the Nintendo Treehouse live presentation about Mario Kart World, then you basically already knew it was being showed off. I got fired from my job because I wanted to see this Direct. Well, it's now April 24th, and Nintendo was finally doing pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2. I know I don't usually do this, but I at least wanted to call in Best Buy to see if they have any pre-orders ready. Hey there, Best Buy. Long-time buyer, first-time caller. I wanted to check in with you and see if you had any pre-orders ready today.
Oh yeah, we certainly do. In fact, if you come in right now, you can pre-order the console in-store and get a copy of Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour free of charge.
They're not doing pre-orders. Well, if Best Buy's out of the picture, there's only one option left. I went to GameStop to pre-order the console. Here's the line. Yes, the original plan for me and my good old bundle of roommates was to head over to Target on June 5th and just buy the console when the store opened. But with GameStop doing an in-store midnight release, we figured this would be in our best interest to just get the pre-orders from there. Plus, with an in-store pre-order, I didn't have to worry about staying up till 3 a.m. in the morning to see if the store's website had it ready or not. I saw a bunch of grown adults complaining on Twitter about how Nintendo was at fault for making this pre-order experience disastrous. But this had nothing to do with Nintendo. It's how the stores themselves operated the pre-order experience. Here at GameStop, although not the most reliable when it comes to, you know, being GameStop, at least they had a set rule for most stores where only one person could buy one console. That, to me, went a long way. The GameStop employee also talked me into getting a pro membership. Obviously, I'll show you all what I got in terms of all the pre-orders I acquired at GameStop, but first, we need to prepare for the big night. With GameStop having their huge midnight release, I need to get prepared. And prepared I shall be. I just got a bunch of VHS tapes ready for trade-in. Now, while I did pay everything off in terms of my Switch 2 pre-order, I still need to snag some goodies along the way. And what better way of getting that extra trade-in credit than with a copy of Balto? I forgot the VHS tapes. Today's the big day. We finally made it to GameStop. Just like every Nintendo fan during a monumental occasion, I also got prepped. I finally took a shower. It burns! I really don't know what I'm expecting today. I don't know how this GameStop pre-ring stuff works, but I do know I can't just sit here for a few hours doing nothing. I gotta go out and mingle a little bit, get acquainted with other Nintendo fans just like myself. I mean, what if I see these same people at GameStop in Mario Kart World and I whoop their asses? I gotta make sure they remember my face.
She was literally the size of a catamaran. I can't even roll her out of the house.
So sadly, I'm a sister that's
Hey there,
kind of...
Nintendo fans. My name is Aubby. So, who got a Switch this big? Oh, wait, I'm stupid. I'm recording this. This can all be a tax write-off. So here's all the Switch 2 goodies I got. First up, obviously, is the Switch 2 console. And yes, ladies, it's the Mario Kart World bundle. My phone number is 91. Next up is the Pro Controller 2, or the Switch 2 Pro Controller. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why don't I just use my regular Pro Controller? Well, this one has the C button, so I think it's worth the $85. And speaking of the C button, here's the infamous camera. Here's some gameplay of this bad boy in action. I didn't know I was allowed to say that. I thought it meant something completely different. Next up is the cruddy micro SD card that's exclusive to the Switch 2, the Micro SD Express. Fun fact, I ordered the official 258GB SanDisk card, but they gave me a 512GB GameStop card, so I'm still unsure if I got an upgrade or not. And finally, with a little bit of extra cash I saved up, I got the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch 2 edition. You know, with reviewers not being able to do their coverage of stuff till June 5th, I might take a crack at both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom here soon, so we'll see what happens there. And yeah, that was my Nintendo Switch 2 launch experience. GameStop gave me two wrong things though. One being the micro SD card, and also the camera. Originally, they gave me the 480p Piranha Plant camera. No thanks, mister. Give me my now less expensive 1080p camera. Thank you very much. But after playing the Nintendo Switch 2, I can finally confirm the long-awaited rumor. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour absolutely sucks. Hello?
Hey there, this is Wes from the White Folks from Ohio organization. Guess who's getting a recruitment offer?